So FIFA is here, and I am here today as the FIFA president to bring full support to European football, to UEFA, to the 55 member associations of UEFA and of FIFA, to the leagues, to the clubs, to the players, and to the fans.
Yeah, that one's pretty self-explanatory. We knew this one was coming for a while. It's been a weird anomaly in the game that the VAR's been able to look at red cards and whether they're right, but they haven't been allowed to look at yellow cards. I think IFAB, the International Football Association Board, they change the laws this time every year. They have their AGM. Only a yellow card when it's the second one. You're not going to get the VAR looking at the first yellow card and saying, well, actually, that one shouldn't have been done, and so he shouldn't have been sent off.
Then what you're doing, you're just almost causing more problems than what it's worth. This is what happens all the time. We never just stick to our game and what we've got. We want to add in bits that were going to help. Because if the VAR has to check 2 yellow cards, imagine the time delay you're going to have to do that. No, of course, which I totally understand.
You know, already, we had a big debate on what laws, what will you change about football? It could be anything. We did it last Friday. We had an amazing reaction to it, but 90% of it was either get rid of VAR or have less VAR.
It's going to be in the game. We like it. It's a positive or a negative.
Putting more in.
Yeah, but we're trying. This is a problem. VAR should have worked in football. And what we've done is just confused everyone. We've confused the players, the coaching staff, people that work in the media, the paying public, the fans, everyone that loves football. We've just confused everyone because we wanted to add our own spin on it and caused ourselves more problems.
The storm surrounding Arsenal FC has taken a dramatic new turn after reports emerged that officials connected with FIFA have finally held discussions with Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta following a series of controversial officiating decisions that many fans believe cost the club crucial points against Manchester United FC, Wolverhampton Wanderers FC, and Brentford FC. For weeks, frustration has been growing among Arsenal supporters who feel the club has repeatedly been on the wrong end of major refereeing calls. Social media has been flooded with clips, slow-motion replays, and heated debates over decisions that many believe should have been overturned by VAR. What began as fan outrage soon escalated into a broader conversation about officiating standards in English football. The flashpoint came during Arsenal's clash with Manchester United, where a controversial decision in the penalty area left players and supporters stunned. Arsenal believed they had a clear case for a spot kick after a challenge on one of their attacking players, but the referee waved play on. Even more surprising to many was that VAR did not intervene, a decision that immediately triggered criticism from pundits and former players. Manager Mikel Arteta did not hide his disappointment after the match. In his post-game interview, he spoke carefully but firmly about the need for consistency and accountability in refereeing decisions. Arteta emphasized that while mistakes are part of football, repeated errors that influence match results are difficult for teams competing at the highest level to accept. The situation became even more tense after similar controversies appeared in matches involving Wolves and Brentford. In those games, calls that appeared straightforward to viewers were either ignored or interpreted differently by match officials. For Arsenal supporters, it felt like a pattern rather than isolated incidents. Pressure quickly mounted on football authorities to respond. Supporters began organising online campaigns demanding transparency around VAR decisions, while analysts called for clearer communication from refereeing bodies. As the debate intensified, reports surfaced that officials linked to FIFA had requested a meeting with Arteta to better understand the concerns being raised by the Arsenal camp. According to sources close to the discussions, the meeting focused on improving communication between clubs and officiating authorities. FIFA representatives reportedly listened carefully as Arteta outlined several incidents that had frustrated the team and supporters. The goal, insiders say, was not simply to review individual decisions but to address broader issues surrounding VAR implementation and refereeing consistency. While FIFA does not directly control refereeing in the English domestic league, the organisation plays a significant role in shaping global standards for officiating. Any involvement from FIFA therefore signals that concerns about VAR and refereeing consistency are being taken seriously at the highest levels of football governance. For Arsenal, the meeting represents a step toward accountability. The club has long maintained that it respects referees but believes the system must evolve to maintain trust among teams and fans. Supporters argue that technology like VAR was introduced specifically to prevent the kind of mistakes that appear to have affected recent matches. The controversy has also reignited debate across the football world. Some pundits argue that VAR is still being used too cautiously, with officials reluctant to overturn on-field decisions even when video evidence suggests a mistake. Others believe the problem lies not with the technology but with inconsistent interpretation of the rules. Arteta, for his part, has tried to keep the focus on football. In training sessions following the controversies, he has reportedly urged his players to stay concentrated on performances rather than external noise. The Arsenal manager knows that in a tightly contested season, maintaining focus could be the difference between success and disappointment. Still, the emotional reaction from fans shows how deeply these decisions resonate. Football supporters invest enormous passion in their clubs, and when they believe fairness is compromised, the response can be intense. Whether the meeting with FIFA will lead to concrete changes remains to be seen. However, the fact that the conversation has reached the global governing body of football suggests that the debate around refereeing standards and VAR is far from over. For now, Arsenal fans will be watching closely, hoping that the controversy surrounding the matches against Manchester United, Wolves, and Brentford ultimately leads to improvements that ensure future games are decided by the players on the pitch rather than disputed decisions from officials.